I'm going to sit there and drink
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine. It's not right now. I'm fine. Not broken or anything. Just lost a few teeth. It'll be all right.
I saw
I'm excited. I'm really sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? No. Thunderstorms that way here. I just. You going up to church? That's one thing I need to do. Your phone? Hey, what do you think about that thing? Yeah, I'll Scared now when I walk by her. Oh, that's okay. I've already done that.
Anybody still coming in? Yeah, everybody's in now. Yeah. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock, we're going to get started. We'll have our invocation at this time. And I ask our administrator, Ryan Clark, to keep with this.
Pray with me if you'd like. Heavenly Father God, we come to you this afternoon and just want to thank you. I want to thank you for all the blessings you give us. We want to thank you for this community and these people. We just want to thank you for taking care of us. God, we ask that you lead and guide us during this meeting. Give us wisdom that comes from you and leadership that comes from you. In your name we pray. Amen.
We'll give pledge of allegiance to the flag. I'm going to have Steve Barrett, if he will lead us.
Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Town of Salem Council meeting, Tuesday, June the 15th, 2025, 5 p.m. agenda. I call this meeting to order. Open floor for public comment. Approval of minutes from June the 17th, 2025. Have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. have a police report now from Chief Scott Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen of the council. Try to keep this quick. I give each one of y'all a handout. Last time y'all had some questions about the golf cart law and some stuff. That's a copy of the new law along with the new distracted driving law that goes into effect in September. Just outlines what's in it. Also have my packet in there. All the details for the month, but we've had a few minor calls and also had the fireworks display. And we put out, didn't have any issues as far as law enforcement. Everything was smooth. Everybody got in and out with no problems. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that's in there?
I just appreciate you and Brian and Judd getting everything done and handled, settled up and everything. Everything looked good.
Thank you. All right. Anything else? All right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Administrative report from Ryan Harden.
Again, good evening, Mayor, Council. Don't have a lot to share with you this month, thankfully. Just want to update you where we stand on a few of our projects. The Highway 11 skip project, that infrastructure project has been awarded. The low bidder was Big Rock Construction LLC, and the project will begin in upcoming weeks, more specifically probably 5 to 6 weeks. They'll be breaking ground. All the permits and everything have come in already, so we're ready to go on that when they get on the site and start staging material. The ARPA-funded tank expansion project has also been awarded. It was bid out under 2 categories, grading and then the tank itself. The grading project portion was, low bidder was HDH Construction, and the ground storage steel tank portion was from Fisher Tank Company. The construction and preliminary soil sampling have already started for that. We had the soil sampling done last week to make sure it can support the tank and everything needs to be done. And that should turnkey probably about 3 months from now, is what we're anticipating. We've got a deadline of probably November of this year, December at the latest, but that's well underway. So all that stuff has been awarded this past month. In-house, your Salem water crew will be working on a small water line refurbishment over the next several weeks. It's going to entail about 1,000 feet of replacing small diameter water main that's just past its usable life. We're going to be doing everything in-house, so the only cost will be the materials, permitting, and some slight engineering with the state. But we hope to have that kind of be our summer project. If everything goes well, we should be done with that in about 3 to 4 weeks, but that's going to be contingent on other workload, problems, taps that need to be installed, those kind of things. Additionally to that, the water crew has scheduled several road repairs over the summer. We're going to try to keep that window down to 1 week because we're going to have some rental equipment that we don't have in-house that we're going to have to acquire. So when that happens, we're going to be patching a lot of roadway crossings, service line repair type things, especially within town limits, and even expanding on to some of the Highway 11, a few different private subdivisions where we've had to make repairs over the last year where we had to broach the asphalt. So that's coming up over the next 3 to 4 weeks, hopefully as well. And we do hope to keep that under a week-long duration. And then finally, primary focus for the maintenance crew tends to be tap installations still. I've got some pretty good news. Some of the more difficult taps we have got done as late as today, but we're still quoting people about an 8 to 10 weeks on tap installation, but that's going to be our primary focus throughout the next month, moving into early fall. Just an additional side note, I did meet with 2 separate developers today. It looks like we're going to be encompassing probably 70 to 85 more interior lots within existing subdivisions, so there won't be an impact on the outer area. But we have 2 different developers that are doing 2 smaller type portions, and we're already starting the permit process for that for them. That's going to be, that kind of stuff's going to wrap up early next year, more likely. But we're going to grow a little bit in one fell swoop of around 75 to 85 lots or home sites coming up. Other than that, do you have any questions or anything for me?
Just a comment to you, thank you for the good job you and your staff do out in this hot weather.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Chief Wilbanks, fire department report.
Thank you, Council. How y'all doing? I don't really have anything to add other than the fact that we're staying quite busy with the lakes again, as normal. Last time we talked, lakes are keeping us busy and the heat killing us. We're ready for some cooler weather. I don't know about everybody else, but maybe not snow, but a little cooler. But everything's going good. Just we staying busy, and unless y'all got some questions, I don't have anything to add. So.
Nothing just to say thank you for y'all's job you do. How's that going for us? Thank you.
Sir.
Clerk treasurer report, Ms. Marty Jennings.
The bills paid are in your packet. And if you want to just let everybody know why there's a new crowd here, we do have a new website, which is salemsc.us. You can find us now. The old one's been discontinued. Completed the FOIA request from the Daily Journal. It has been sent back to them. We will be having, this is an open election year starting in August. Filing opens up August 4th and goes through August 15th, noon to noon. There's 2 council seats available, but we're sure they'll probably just be rescheduled. No, I'm kidding. And the Mountain Opry, which if everyone hasn't been up to the Eagles Nest Art Center, they'd love to see you on July the 19th. At 7 o'clock, it's $10 at the door. You cannot beat that for a great show. You would really enjoy it. And Oconee Night Out, that represents all the emergency services in Oconee County, is going to be held at the Oconee Fairgrounds on August the 26th. That is open to the public, and all of Mayor and Council is invited to attend that. And like I said, like everybody else has reiterated, I think we all had a great fireworks 4th of July celebration. That was fun and great weather, great fireworks, great everything. That's good when it all comes together.
Good music, DJ.
Good DJing.
Do y'all know him? I don't know him.
Well, whoever he was, he did a good job.
You showed up. Somebody showed up.
Yeah,
He has a face for radio.
I do.
and a voice.
Thank you. Okay, now we have a special presentation to handle right now. You want to put that up, Mr. Bryant, here? I don't know what I'm supposed to.
Just stand there in the middle.
Right.
Yes, we'll just kind of do it this
Dr.
way.
Howard Bowman, if he would come join me. Sure, he has something for us.
I do.
Yes, sir. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the invitation.
Yes, sir. Now, this is a special flag here that you want to present to me, the town council, and then I'm going to give it to the museum.
Well, I have a flag that I want to present to you and to the museum on behalf of the Elijah Littleton, Dora Corbin Littleton family. There were 10 siblings. The oldest was William. William served in World War I with his friend Homer Bryant. They both gave their lives for the service of their country and for our freedom and way of life. So it's on behalf of the family that I present this flag to you, that the public can enjoy it and remember lives not only of William and Homer, but all who served in that capacity.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
And I'd like to say, thank you for their service and sacrifice that they made. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
You can just remain there.
Yeah,
Oh, hello there.
I think.
it's our honor to present this to the museum.
Thank you so much. It is a privilege to honor the sacrifice of our local soldiers and their families.
And,
We will have them displayed.
and I've been out there one time, I said I was gonna go back. It is just, it's breathtaking what they have out there on display. It is something.
If you haven't been recently,
Yeah.
yes, please go back. We have a lot of
Gonna
good
come
exhibits.
and see this where you display this.
All right, thank
I've
you.
only seen it on the website, and I was very impressed with the collection that you have there. So I look forward to visiting the museum and seeing this in its place.
Miss Sherry, would you take just a moment to explain how the two gentlemen did not die at the same time but got buried together?
All right, both of them died in 1918, and at that point, soldiers in World War I, if you're not familiar, were buried in Europe. And after the war, the families were given the option of having the bodies sent back. And that's how they died on separate days, and then their bodies arrived here on separate days. And so they were buried together at Salem. There is a monument in Salem at the gravesite, and I researched and I just couldn't find enough information. So if you know anything about who purchased the monument or who arranged to have it put there, I also don't know when it was put there. If you know when it was erected, we'd like to add that to our information at the museum. But what originally drew me to the story was that William Littleton was the first Oconee resident to die and to be killed in action in the war. Not a distinction you want for your loved one, but we do honor it. And Homer Bryant received a Distinguished Cross for his service there also. So again, we are very honored to display these artifacts. We have some newspaper articles and some other memorabilia that we would love for you to come by and take a few minutes to see.
Before you sit down, we want to point out the flag. Are you going to say something?
If I may.
Yes, sir. I would have it.
One of the most sobering and meaningful experiences of my life was visiting Flanders Field
Where they were buried.
and seeing those tombstones and realizing and remembering what those people experienced and what they sacrificed for us. And then to grow up in Salem, I was here from 2 to 5 years of age, while my father, Harold, and Uncle Roy, and other siblings were serving in World War II. So my mother and I lived here in town. And one of my earliest memories, I loved to do this as a child, I would walk through that cemetery over there at Salem Baptist Church. And family traditions and stories come alive there. And it was always very meaningful to stand there at William and Homer's grave and memorial and to know they were part of our family.
Wonderful heritage.
Yes, it was and is.
And you want to recognize the flag?
Yes, you would.
I don't know enough history about that one.
Yeah, Marty, will you give us some information on that?
Well, I can do that. I've told this story a lot of times. It may be told differently each time. But this flag is a miracle to even be here. I don't know if you even know the story, but Sam Bass, great guy, everybody remembers Sam that went to Salem High School or middle school, was the principal up there. And he would visit Mr. and Miss Nicholson, who lives on Hill Street where the water tank is. Well, he loved history too, so he would talk to him and they'd talk about things. And one day they got to talking. He showed Sam Bass this flag, and he wanted to know, well, what it was about, where it came from. Well, where it originated at was there was a men's club here called Woodsmen of the World, just a men's club. Women couldn't come at that time. No, but no, and they had so much respect, and these soldiers all were deployed together at one time. This was one unit that was deployed, and Mr. Nicholson got to telling Sam Bass that this was really bright gold. These were the 4 soldiers, of which the mayor will speak of later, that did not make it home. They were actually killed in battle. The silver stars at the top are all the gentlemen that were wounded but made it back home. And they don't look silver anymore, but that's how old it is. And then these stars were a very bright denim blue. And this is how old you can tell. And this is hand embroidered names in a cursive that died out a long time ago, because it took me a long time to interpret some of these names. Like, for instance, I thought, well, that's a B, but it's a C. Crow, C-R-O-W. But, and as you can see, it had water damage on it at the time. It was literally just disintegrating because it's not made of material that, you know, it's probably made of raw cotton. And we all know what happens to raw cotton, don't we, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
And but Sam saw the significance of it, and that one day, you know, that people would be able to really respect the fact that this flag was here and could be seen by uncles, aunts, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. There is some water damage to it where it had gotten rained on because the homes weren't built that great, you know, back then. And then, of course, just wear and tear. But it was looked at, but Clemson said that in order to, it's past repair. We just have to go with it the way it is. But it will hang here forever in the Salem Town Hall. And it started hanging here on its 100th anniversary. So it was 100 years old when it was brought up here and hung in the town hall. And probably everybody in here, including Lee, Russell, Kevin, Jimmy, everybody is going to find a name on here that you're either related to or you know personally. And that, I just found it extremely fascinating since I came to work up here and started digging to try to find out about it. But that's pretty much, if anybody's got any questions, I'll try to answer them. We do have on the back table some handouts. There is the original, which Miss Sherry was kind enough to bring up here, the original article out of the Kiwi Courier that is back there. You can get a copy of that. There's a list of names that's all on here. There's a list, there is a copy of the memorial that we're going to go up to in just a few minutes, where we're going to have the, which Greg Crane got Mr. Dyer to get the 21 gun salute and taps that are going to be played in their memory. And thank goodness it looks like the weather's going to hold off so we can do it outside. But you're welcome to pick up any of that and take it. I encourage you so much to take the time to read it, because it will move you. And if it doesn't, there's something wrong with you, I'm just saying. You need to go back and check your heart if that doesn't move you. Yeah. Because there's letters that these boys wrote home to their parents. I mean, it is just, and one of them ends with saying, and I'll try to get through this, one of them ends with saying, the boy has written back to his dad and he said, Dad, you told me if I get homesick to look over the ocean. Phew. And I can see my people, and I can see my country. And he said, Dad, I'm looking, but I can't see my people, and I can't see my country. So can you imagine being 16, 17, 18 years old, dropped off in a trench in the cold, horrible rain? I mean, you know, we have a storm here every once in a while, but they have rain over there every day. It's gloomy, as I don't know what. It's terrible, depressing kind of weather. I just couldn't handle that. But didn't mean to get all that, but I've read it so many times it's just dug deep. But if you do, I really encourage you to take that and read that entire story about them, how the interaction, and the other one more thing that's so interesting about those letters, and you know this, Sherry, the family were told that their sons had died 7 days before they got their last letters from their sons. So, you know, what would that not mean to a parent, you know, to get that after the fact? So I'm sure that was like gold to them, which would be anybody. And that's pretty much what I got to say.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Dr. Howell, I'm going to present this to you. This is a token here, town of Salem. Thank you for your service. And that goes abroad, but I want you to keep that. And again, we're going to move up there to have the rest of this ceremony. But Dr. say again, thank you for everybody for coming and help allowing us to be a part and share this with you.
Well, thank you on behalf of the family, and we will share this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Jeff, you want to get ready to go? We will.
I won't finish up.
Okay.
Okay, this concludes our meeting here. And have adjournment, and I have the motion. Motion. A second.